What's this? A nice surprise? New Spiritbox? Jaded? Haven't watched it yet, but judging from some of the comments, this one is amazing. Courtney continues to refine and develop different aspects of her voice with every new thing, especially the one takes. I've really enjoyed those lately. This is a singing channel. I get to teach people how to pull inspiration from their favorite artists and try things with their own voices. If you'd like me to help you pull from your inspirations and create opportunities for your voice, no matter what skill level you're at, click the link below and join my free voice course. All right. Cool.
I feel alone in my body. I feel a silence underneath. In these valleys of blood, in these rivers of arise. Shoulder all the blame again. We were locked into the end. It was violent and rough. I was never enough.
She has a richness and a leatheriness to her voice. I think part of it's where she's singing in her range. It's calming and more upfront also in the mix. I think the production and the arrangement is bringing out some of the natural harmonics in her voice in this register. Really pleasant. And by the way, what a beautiful looking guitar.
I feel alone in my body. I feel a silence underneath. In these valleys of blood.
Yeah, that's great. There's still reverb on it, but you feel like you could reach out and touch her voice. It's right up front. I love the way it's mixed so far.
In these rivers of arise. Shoulder all the blame again. We were locked into the end. It was violent and rough. I was never enough. But what if I was stable enough to wind me down the road like the Remora swam? But what if I
Yeah!
lived on 1,000 lives to get my goals? It's never enough. It's never enough.
Oh, those are sounding great. Now these, just to be clear, these are pitch screams. If you listen carefully, I'm going to play this section again. The primary chords are engaged, and so we hear her true voice coming through on those screams. Not much. She's got a lot of false chord engagement happening, and we also hear her grounding in just her primary chords and then going back up to these screams. This is very different than a voice removed or voiceless scream, like some people would consider to be a fry scream, or even that deathcore sound, the pure false chord scream, as some people call it. Let's just take that little section there, down the road. Listen carefully. Road, down the road. These are not pitches that belong in the song. There's this element of spokenness around them. So if we get the pitch centers that are happening though, and then we add the false chord engagement over the top, down the road, roughly, it doesn't have to be precise. Down the road. That's putting it more in my voice. I have a lower voice than her, but you can hear how I'm grounding on the in my normal speaking voice, even though it's, beefed up a little bit, and then abandoning into that false chord engagement. And I'm doing this by invoking my vocal break. Down the road! Down the road! This is the same technique that she's using, and it's super interesting because no one scream sounds the same as the next. There's a lot of layers, even within a single voice with this type of technique. Even better when she's doubling it, because you get this neat chorusing, widening effect. Really sounds great.
I was never enough, but what if I was? Stable enough to wind me down the road, like the Remora swam. But what if I was inside 1,000 lives to get my goals? It's never enough, it's never enough. And I've always been ashamed that I wanna fall into a dream with my honor desecrated.
Hear how her voice is blending with the synth aspects? We've got these background vocals that are out here. We've got that nice center image. But the way that they've arranged the background vocals sort of swimming in the synthy sounds, you heard a little bit of that at the very beginning in the arrangement, right? When her voice is kind of floating around in the midst of that instrumental, we hear aspects of this brought back for this hook.
And I've always been ashamed that I wanna fall into a dream with my honor desecrated.
Desecrated! Those things happening an octave higher. Da 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 da.
Into a dream with my honor desecrated. Blood is jaded. I've never found a way to be honest. All I know is a place where I haunted memories faded. Blood is jaded. If I try to only say is the crimson gate, tethered by a falling string, meant to turn in the love for me. I can't live, so I justify.
That's a cool arranging thing. The way they're positioning her screams. It's subtle, but really fun if you pick up on it. Listen to how in this section, it starts with a single voice. It's not being doubled. And so you hear all the wonderful detail and juiciness of this scream. And then partway through, they double it, or maybe it's triple. I don't know. But they layer it. And the layers aren't super upfront. You just get an extra reinforcement as the instrumental arrangement comes around it even more. I hope you're listening in headphones. Listen.
If I try to only say is the crimson gate, tethered by a falling string, meant to turn in the love for me. I can't live, so I justify. It's a lumber of confidence, under pressure of influence.
So it's doubled now, but I don't think it was doubled earlier. Or if it was, the doubles were down, and then they've brought in those reinforcements. Oh, the harmonic, subtle harmonic changes that are happening with that scream.
Tethered by a falling string, meant to turn in the love for me. I can't live, so I justify.
Doubles.
It's a lumber of confidence,
Sounds doubled now.
under pressure of influence. Not a curse that I could.
But focus still in the center.
It's a lumber of confidence, under pressure of influence. Not a curse that I could never do right. What if I was? What if I was? And I've always been ashamed that I wanna fall into.
That was fun. I want to listen to that whole scream section again. You heard those background screams. That sounded similar to the placement I heard behind her aggressive screams. There is so much to learn from picking apart how they place vocals in a mix, especially in this style, I feel like. Because the way that the single or mainline screams are reinforced really builds into the overall tone that we perceive from the vocalist. And I think that as we are working on screams or aggressive vocals, we have to keep in mind how our voice is produced, how it's recorded, because that has so much to do with the tone. So much. Yeah, you have to have good technique, but the recording is so much of it.
It's a lumber of confidence, under pressure of influence. Not a curse that I could never do right. What if I was? What if I was? And I've always been ashamed that I wanna fall into a dream with my honor desecrated, blood is shaded.
You hear the desecrated screams back there? That's so cool. Really, really buried, but layered in right with the rest of the instrumental.
Shame that I wanna fall into a dream with my honor desecrated, blood is shaded. I've never found a way to be honest. All I know is a place where our haunted memories faded.
Oh, listen right before that scream. They're way back there. There's the memories faded back there. Pan, doubled, reverbed, delayed. Now, and these guys are masters of layers, and they're getting better and better, especially with the vocal production, I feel like. But listen to the different tones within these layered screams. There's still the pitch scream going on, but I feel like there are some lows, some voiceless false chord screams in there as well. Listen to Too Late. I think I hear the pitch scream. Time! I hear that, and then I also hear the time. That sort of sound layered in there. That is the voiceless, primary chords removed. I call it the Will Ramos inspired sort of sigh into that really low engagement. I hear both of those in there. Even though they're so layered, you wouldn't really be able to tell because the primary pitch scream is so up front there. Yeah, Time, I definitely hear some sort of layered voiceless false chord in there. Swirling delay, I love that.
I've never found a way to be honest. All I know is a place where our haunted memories faded. Blood is
There is an extra degree of soul, and I love the dissonant and resolution thing happening with the melody. Oh, I gotta hear that section again.
never found a way to be honest. All I know is a place where our haunted memories faded. Blood is jaded.
loved that section. Ooh, I've never... Starts, kind of water falling down from her head voice, and then with her chest voice. That was beautiful. That's a great song. Fantastic production. Wonderful melody. It might be my new favorite Spiritbox song. Thanks for the new music, Spiritbox. Again, if you'd like help with your voice, figuring out what it can really do, yes, including screaming and growling and all sorts of other sounds, click that link below and join my free course. We'll see you for more.